Butcher for Poeta. As he gets checked, as that is Melifante, who is getting nailed in along the, the far boards. There takes a shot, and that'll be covered up by Poeta.
Nice defensive shot there by Simons, getting it through traffic. A bunch of bodies had to get through that to the Plattsburgh goaltender. It's nice to have Plattsburgh come in here because you can read the names very, very clearly on the back of their uniforms.
Oh, you have no idea how much I love that. As Bo was going to take that over to the far corner.
White on red is beautiful.
And now that's going to be taken away by Stallard. He overskates the puck, and Vadim Vajankin will take control of that. Oh, to Colin O'Connor. Simons will clear that puck out to neutral ice, up for Ben Butcher. Ben Butcher comes in over the line. He lets the pass. As McCartney's going to take it away now. Sloan, he gets checked by Simons, but he shakes off that check and goes in after it. O'Connor will take out him. That's McCartney now. He makes a backhanded pass that does not go anywhere, and that'll be kept in by Schultz. Deswayers will try to keep it in. He will indeed do so over to Sloan. As the Bengals will come away with it now as they chip that puck all the way over to the open wing, and there's going to be a race on up here, and no, they're going to call this an icing as Mac Wood could not beat the whistle. 2:55 left to go here in this opening period.
Backwards fast, but unfortunately not fast enough to beat out that icing call. Buffalo State's defense here against Plattsburgh has looked pretty good so far. Again, that's form defense where you try to have two guys in, not too aggressively, but to force the puck to get turned over. And it's worked so far here in the first period.
As Deswayers will come in over the line, as him and Pissarro will have a meeting of the minds on the face-off circle, and Pissarro will win it gratefully. Simons will take that puck back, and Mac Wood is there as he will get that puck over to Pissarro. He'll dump that puck in, and Mac Wood will go in over it. Wood looking for the trailer. He finds it in the near wing. That'll be taken away by Deswayers. Batis will take it away with it now as he's going to get that puck up to Nair. That'll go off the stick of Wood as he goes off on a change. Batis gets that puck along the open wing. He finds nobody, and that'll be taken away now by the Bengals, as that is Anthony Pissarro who will take it away. Pissarro will dump it in as Poeta will take control. Lindquist, he's looking for the open wing. He will indeed find it. Plattsburgh coming away with it now, as that is Logan who will chip that puck into the Buffalo State bench and out of play.
Well, Plattsburgh has elected to keep their backup goaltender, Pareda, in the net. He found a native. Kyle, if you're a backup goalie to come into the game, 2 or 3 minutes into the game, how is that compared to coming in maybe midway through a game? As Kyle was on the board.
As that puck is going to get all the way back in for Poeta. As Plattsburgh will recover. Leninger will take a shot that's going to be sucked up by Silves.
Silves is absorbing the puck tonight. Looks very sharp early on here in the game.
Kyle, how do you like Ian Silves' play thus far?
I think he's played pretty well. We got a lot of help in front of the goaltender right now to help us get this 2-0 lead going.
Lawson will take on that face-off. That goes all the way around, not out, and finally it will creep its way out, as that is going to be Valente who will take control. That misses everybody. Icing coming up here, I should say so, with 1:31 left to go here in the opening period. 2-0 Buffalo State over Plattsburgh.
Well, it was a fast-moving first period up until the past, maybe 2 or 3 minutes real time here, as we've gotten a few stoppages. This time the face-off goes all the way back into Plattsburgh again.
John Colley comes in to take on that face-off. He will not be successful as Valente will take it away. That puck will go all over to the open wing. That'll be Logan who will take control. Valente will come in. He will slow that puck down as he waits for his team to give him some backup. Guerrero for Brody Power. Brody Power is going to slow things down here as he waits for his team to regroup. Now he likes what he sees, and he will eventually make his way out of his own zone. As that puck will be brought up there for Ben Butcher, who is going to wind up. No, the pass. No, it does not go through. Rebound! and that does not go through. Kept in along the point by Simons. Simons, he goes over to the open wing. Guerrero winds up, shoots, one-timer. Butcher could not get it all of his wood on it. Reimers is going to keep that puck in. That's going to go off the leg. Rebound by Butcher. The shot goes off the body. Another shot's going to go over the top of the net and wide. O'Connor does an excellent job at keeping it in. As finally, Fournier will take control of it and bring it back out to the neutral zone.
Boy, Butcher and Colley together combined for about 4 scoring chances there on the Plattsburgh goaltender.
As Anthony Pissarro is going to take that puck into the far wing. And that puck is going to get airborne and go all the way back into the Buffalo State zone. And an icing coming up here with 6 seconds left to go in the opening period.
Well, John Colley had the first great scoring chances. There was a scrum in front of the net, and the puck just kind of appeared in his skates, and he took a shot. It was saved by Pareda, the Plattsburgh goaltender. And Ben Butcher had a couple chances, too, including the great one-timer chances. He got a pass back from the point, and I think it was a combination of the pass being a little too hard, and he didn't time it right. But, I mean, it was timed right. It probably would have been a goal.
As this puck is dropped, as Pissarro is going to take it behind the Plattsburgh zone, and they're probably just going to ice this puck here at this point, as we are going to end the opening period here. As usual, it wouldn't be a hockey game without a little bit of a scrum in between the whistles.
And Hugo Petit, and
front and center.
And Wood and Power. Like, I think average height would be 5'8", maybe.
If you're Coach Murph, you have a 2-0 lead going into the second period. You do not take this Plattsburgh team for granted. They are strong, they are powerful, they are fast. They're going into a 2-0 lead right now, sitting comfortably. If you're Coach Murph, you gotta like the way that they performed. Nothing really sloppy, Chris, as far as I know.
No, I thought it was a very good period for Buffalo State. There was a couple of, I guess, moderate scoring chances for Plattsburgh, but I think overall, if you're Buffalo State, you don't try to change the thing. But you know that Plattsburgh's going to come out better there in the second period, and the coach is going to give it to them.
Well, we were going to leave you here now for the first intermission. We will be back in the second period for Kyle and a word from Coach Murph. For all of us here at WBNY and BSE TV, we will catch you here in about 15 minutes. This is Buffalo State Hockey. Yeah, just go down there and say hey. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is 91.3 FM WBNY Sports Network here with you at the Ice Arena as the Buffalo State Bengals are having a comfortable 2-0 lead over the Plattsburgh Cardinals. Second period just about ready to get underway here. We had a 2-0 successful right here. Chris, how'd you like the second period?
Well, the second period is all about Buffalo State keep on playing the way you did in the first period. I mean, you had a bunch of scoring chances, odd man rushes, turnovers. That was the key for Plattsburgh. They got to stop it with the turnovers and just get back to basics.
And the shots on goal in the first period were 11-9 in favor of the Buffalo State Bengals as that puck is going to be chipped into the near corner into the Plattsburgh zone. Both teams hacking away with it now as they're going to look for a way to go through with it. As the freshman Sam Maddox tries to get away with it, he cannot, and that's going to be Batis who will come away with it. As that one-time shot is fanned on, as that's going to be Brody Power who's going to keep that puck in, and Stainer will take it behind his own net. I beg your pardon, behind the Plattsburgh net. As I beg your pardon, it's going to be doused once again. Batis will take it into the far boards. He tries to get it out, and he will eventually do so. As Deswaier and Nayer, they're looking for something to get away with it, and Ben Butcher will, I beg your pardon, Stainer will recover.
Deswaier with a bad turnover. Talk about bad turnovers right away.
Yep. Middleton, he shakes off Pissarro. O'Connor with a blast. No, and hey, listen, but hey, Hawarda did not see that puck. As that puck is going to hop over the stick of Egan, and that'll be an icing coming up here.
Well, Plattsburgh decides to stay with Porreta in the net. He came in just a couple minutes into the game after the 2-0 lead by Buffalo State, as Plattsburgh decided to call a timeout to resettle their group there, and the Tonawanda native remains in the net. But as you said, Dan, that shot from O'Connor, Porreta did not see it at all. It's deflected high above his shoulder, but luckily it went over the net.
Justin, how do you like that turnover rate going on over there on the far side?
That's pretty good. They're all over them right now. They're getting in deep on the walls and they're winning to the point of attack.
All this talk of turnovers, I want some apple turnovers, some lemon turnovers.
And we have a penalty coming up here to Buffalo State, as that is going to be Porreta, who is going to go off to the bench, but he does not make it there. And the first penalty of this game will be going to the Buffalo State Bengals.
Yeah, we'll see what the call is. I didn't see it initially. I don't know if either you two guys saw it or not.
And it's going to be, and it's a very big penalty killer. That's going to be Zach Nieminen. No pun intended there.
Hook and call. So one of those penalties that coaches never like to see called against their team. Always described as a lazy penalty to take, hooking, something that can be easily avoided.
As that's going to get chipped off into the near corner, and that's going to be taken along the boards by Plattsburgh. Lawson on the point, gets that back over to Sloan. Takes his shot off the shoulder of Silves and into the corner.
And it goes out of play. Well, we'll see what Plattsburgh has here with their offense, down 2-0 early in the second period. First power play of the game for either team. Perfect way to get back in the game is to get an early goal here in the second period on the man advantage.
As John Colley will settle in against Deswaier, and Deswaier will win it as that puck gets back to Lawson on the point. Lawson on the near corner, looking for the trailer. He will dump that puck past to McCarty. Lawson with it once again. Lawson, top of the circle, takes his shot that'll be steered wide. as Mahalski will recounter, and that'll be John Colley who will rip that puck all the way down as Horwida will leave it back there for his compatriot defender Valente. He gets checked by Bibb, beautifully done so, as Lindquist will be tracked down by Bibb as he gets pinned inside behind his own net. Tries to pass that to himself, backhanded pass that does not go anywhere. Lindquist once again as he is tracked down very carefully by Lindquist, and Fournier will come away with it. That puck is going to make it all the way back down into the Plattsburgh zone. Buffalo State doing an excellent job killing off this penalty thus far, as Plattsburgh now has regrouped, as that is Fournier who will take control up to Lindquist. Lindquist will dump it into the near boards. That's going to swing all the way around back to O'Connor. It gets around but not out. O'Connor will eventually chip it away, and it'll go all the way down back into the Plattsburgh zone with 30 seconds remaining in the penalty to Zach Nieminen.
Textbook penalty kill here.
Horwida, he gets caught out of his own net, but no harm will come of this, as Maddox is doing a very phenomenal job of keeping that puck inside of the opposite zone. And there will find Stallard on the opposite wing. Stallard on the far wing, he will come in. As he looks for the trailer, he gets checked, and Brody Power will do a phenomenal job as that puck was bouncing, but Horwida was able to track it down. As that puck does not get out, as Collar will leave that into the open slot. Reamer on the backhand, rebound, and score! Zach Stainer followed through, and short-handed. 3-0 Buffalo State.
Well, Stainer gets the goal, and the entire bench of Buffalo State erupted. He's one of the favorites on this Buffalo State team. Again, we talked about it earlier. He does all the little stuff. He blocks shots. He kills penalties. He plays good defense. He checks. He does not get on the score sheet too often, and that was just an effort goal, and it's so good to see It's so good to see Stainer on the board there.
As Pissarro is going to win that face-off 3-0 here at the Ice Arena. We are in the second period with 16:20 left to go. And if you're Coach Steve Murphy, you got to love what you're seeing here. As Simons is going to track that puck down out of midair, he will knock it down. It'll go off from the near corner. Hugo Petit. He tries to come away with it, but he cannot do so, as Logan will come away with it now. Logan will come all the way through. He's going to try to check off Connor, and he will. Anthony Pissarro. And a possibility coming in here at 2-1. Hugo Petit at the top of the circle, the shot, rebound! And that'll be gloved down by Horwida, and a face-off will be coming up here.
Nice shot there by Petit coming down the left lane as he tried to handcuff the Plattsburgh goaltender, Pareda. But we talk about the shift in momentum. I mean, Plattsburgh trying to get back in the game on the power play. Right when it's about to expire, Stainer scores a shorthanded goal, and you just talk about the opportunity to get back in the game, and now it's an even bigger hole to climb out of.
Guerrero to Reimers out in front, rebound! And Ben Butcher could not take it away. Away with it now will come Betas. Betas, he does not get a good piece of lumber on it. That puck is going to be tried to clear it out, but eventually it will do so out to neutral ice. Ben Butcher will lead the way. Butcher in over the line to the top of the circle. Butcher putting on the brakes, looking for the trailer. Butcher is finally going to be met in the boards by Lawson, that'll be taken away by Valente. There's a little bit of a miscommunication there between Valente and Betas, and that puck is going to go all the way in on icing coming up here with 15 minutes left to go here in the second.
Plattsburgh going to get another defensive zone draw here, as looks like Nieminen and Zach and Bibb will be out there to take the draw. So it's nice to see Zach finally get a nameplate, as he had his name spelled wrong earlier, so got a new shipment in.
He's been number 20 for most of the season. Now he's wearing his actual number 25.
He's been the nameless player on Buffalo State for the first month and a half of the season.
As Connor Zach, speaking of Connor Zach, will take it away with it now, as he's going to take that puck up to the neutral ice. That'll be brought back to Marcus Mahalski, as Bibb will make sure he does not get fired. Connor Zach up along the boards. He'll take a shot. That's going to go off the side of the net as Silves was caught out, but he will eventually regain possession. Fournier back to the point for Bo. Over to Fournier. Fournier with a blast. That's going to go off the body. And that will be Bibb who caught a piece of that. It looked like it stung him from it, but he is right back up with a burst of speed. Bibb coming in over the line. Top of the circle. A penalty coming up here, and rightfully so, as Plattsburgh once again will be called here.
Fantastic play by Reed Bibb, giving out his body. That puck hit him high, that's why it stunned him a bit, but an excellent shot block, and he goes the other way, and he draws a penalty. So a great stiff there by Reed Bibb.
Well, Buffalo State now having their first opportunity here on the man advantage. We'll see what they can muster up here. So far, they are 1 for 1 in terms of penalty killing because they've got a shorthanded goal.
3-0, by the way, in the Sabres-Penguins game losing, but it's 3-0 here with Buffalo State winning, so it all evens out.
There you go.
All evens out.
And finally, we will have a face-off here. That'll be Mac Wood, who cannot control that puck, going to make it all the way down, and Ian Silves will come out and challenge. Silves is just going to chip it up along the wing. That's going to be Mac Wood with a burst of speed in over the line. Mac Wood's going to dump it in and go after it himself. Mac Wood all by himself, looking for the trailer. That goes over the skate of Ben Butcher, and finally that'll come all the way around. Is Sloan with an opportunity here. Silves directing traffic on where he wants Hugo Petit to go, and he listens beautifully, and he will get knocked off that puck swimmingly. Bibb over to Passero. Passero is going to come into the side of the neutral zone. They'll drop that puck back over to Bibb. Bibb is going to backhand that pass. I beg your pardon, that's going to be Hugo Petit. Porwida, who's going to keep it behind his own net. He gets caught on front. That puck comes up and no one there. As Reed Bibb now off the back of the net. As they're going to backhand pass that back to Reed Bibb once more. Michael Guerrero is going to press, but that is going to be Zach Nieminen who will press. Guerrero back on the point. He looks, does not shoot. Bibb, he looks for an option. He tries to get himself free. He does not do so as he is heavily forechecked there by Middleton. And Nieminen will keep that puck in. Guerrero over to Reimers. Reimers back to Guerrero on the point. Guerrero with a blast that's going to go over the top of the net just wide. And Stallard is there to stick lift. Reimers not getting an opportunity. Nieminen shoots, scores! Zach Nieminen rips it home from the slot on the power play. 4-0 Buffalo State.
Nieminen with the second goal of the game. We'll see if it hit anybody, but as of now, that stands the second goal of the game, and you're seeing the leadership there of Buffalo State coming through, and the special teams of a shorthanded goal followed by a power play goal.
As members of the football team and the women's hockey team showing their love for the men here, as they are up 4-0 right now. They are all over Plattsburgh.
This is the most crowded, or the most crowded I've seen the ice arena.
I say, yeah, this has got to be the biggest crowd I've seen yet. And you know what? You got to love it because Buffalo State's up 4-0.
We got BSC TV here too, so
they picked a great game to come cover.
Full house.
As the Bengals now will take it behind their own zone. That's going to be Connor Zach who will take control. As our compatriot Zamboni driver Lars Lewis wants to call, he won't get it. That's an excellent block there as this Bengals team is just riled up right now on the bench.
Guess who? Ryan Stainer.
Oh, another one. Phenomenal. As that puck was offside, they finally regain possession. It's going to be Linger who's going to come in. That's going to go off the toe of Silves. Excellent save by Ian Silves. And another penalty coming up here to the Bengals.
Well, there was a late hit as the whistle was blown there, and that was number 15 for Plattsburgh getting his bell run.
That is Valente, the defenseman.
We'll see if it's this one penalty coming up here to Buffalo State, but Silves coming through for his team. He's been sharp tonight. As good as Buffalo State's forwards and defensive play, he has been a sharp player tonight.
And there's going to be 2 men here going to the box. Or no, is there 2 separate penalties?
So far, just Stainer is in the box. As the assistant for the alternate captain, Marcus Mikulski, is talking with the referee.
And it looks like he will be getting 2 penalties at one time, so a 4-minute man advantage here.
Well, we have pumped up Ryan Stainer here, but not good, you know. Even though you're up 4-0, a little too over-aggressive, which he can be. And he decided to take a roughing penalty there on top of the 2-minute call that was already coming to him.
Well, 4 minutes now that they need to kill off here on the man advantage, and we will see what they will be able to do. They were successful in the last time getting a shorty. I mean, we'll see what happens here as they'll be taking a shot from Lindquist on the point that does not go through.
If you're Plattsburgh, you got to score in this 4-man advantage.
Fournier over to Staller. He takes a shot, Sloan rips it, and Silves is right there to cover up.
Silves following the puck again. It was deflected and coming to him full speed, but nonetheless, he stopped the puck. I think if you're Buffalo State, again, just try to get, it's hard when there's a 4-minute penalty, especially when you're hemmed in there, but you got to change as constant as you can. And one thing that's great about head coach Steve Murphy's team is that he has a bunch of guys that can kill penalties, which again, does not disturb the lines.
As once again, now this is going to be the Bengals who will try to take control as Simons will knock it down. Over to O'Connor. O'Connor off into the wing. He's going to clear that all the way out. It's going to hit neutral ice, and this puck will be cleared. And Plattsburgh's going to recover, and that'll be Sloan who will take advantage of this puck. So intercepted, an opportunity for Bibb. The shot, they score! Big juicy giveaway in the slot, and Reed Bibb does not miss. 5-0 Buffalo State, their second shorty of the night.
Well, Reed Bibb with the turnover, and Plattsburgh was just flat out lazy with the puck here. Just 1 minute into the 4-minute power play, and a breakaway goal for Bibb. Everything that could go wrong is going wrong for Plattsburgh tonight. The wheels are coming off. Again, we're only halfway through the game, and it's already 5-0. And again, Ryan Stainer's a guy that's had such a good game before he took that 4-minute penalty, and his guys decide, at least so far, to bail him out with another shorthanded goal by Reed Bibb.
And that puck is going to be taken all the way back behind Perwita as Valente is going to take control of this one. Lawson back to Valente. Up on the zone of Norier. All the way over to Valente. Valente is going to take that puck into the far corner. Mahalski is there to take control. He gets taken on by Deswaye. Back to the point for Valente. That puck goes nowhere to the open wing. Sam Maddox will eventually get that puck just trickling over. And Plattsburgh will have to regroup as they still have the man advantage here with 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining and the doubled minor to Zach Stainer. As that puck will now indeed go all the way back into the opposite zone as Plattsburgh will try to recover as Valente goes back in after it. As Valente is going to come through neutral ice, he's going to get that puck open there, and we're going to have a penalty coming up here for too many men as the legend himself, Frank Arcuri, says thank you very much.
Yep, that was the hand clap of Frank, so he's laughing off to our side. But
now, unfortunately, because it's going to be a too many men here for 2 minutes, with 2:08 left to go in the penalty to Zach Stainer, Buffalo State will not be on the man advantage as they will have 8 seconds left in that penalty kill by the time they come out.
Hey, the way Buffalo State's penalty kill's going, I mean,
who needs it?
I mean, you could argue, hey, can we stay in the 5-4 disadvantage? It's working. We got 2 goals so far.
Absolutely, yeah, 2 for 2.
But they'll take it. So.
And I'll tell you what, though, these fans picked an excellent game to come out here and support their team because this is one very awesome show if you're watching it here.
And a too many men penalty against Plattsburgh. Like we said, everything that can go wrong is going wrong.
When it rains, it pours. 10-17 left to go here in the second period. Simons along the point. He's going to take a wrist shot. That puck's going to go just off the side of the net and wide. As Plattsburgh now will recover, that is going to be Nair. Over to Lindquist. Lindquist, he gets that puck off of Zach Reimers and a possibility coming up here, but no, Nair will come back with it now. In over the line, that puck will try to go over to the open wing. He does not get there. Valente will try to come through, and he cannot do so as Colin O'Connor will take it behind his own net. Back up to the captain, Brody Power. I beg your pardon, that's Mac Wood. There ain't no numbers are 8 and 9. That's very close.
They're both small. They both lie in the stat sheet how tall they are. They do.
Zach Reimers into the near corner. Looking for a little bit of help. He finds Mac Wood. Mac Wood checks Valente. Beautifully done. And eventually that's going to be taken behind the net. Still not out behind that goal line. And finally it'll come through as Brody Power was thinking on going for it, but then opted not to. As Zach Reimers on the backhand, he gets checked by Stallard. All the way back for Brody Power into the near corner. Brody Power is going to slow things down behind his own net as he waits for his teams, both teams, to make a change.
Reimers and Stallard decide to give each other a little shoulder there going to the bench. Might get chippy here, 5-0.
Brody Power is going to chip that puck out to neutral ice. That's going to be taken back by Schultz for Sloan. Sloan is very closely watched by Vazhankin. Vazhankin very close on him. Vazhankin puts on the brakes. Sloan still with it at the point. Vazhankin, an excellent job checking him. Very cleanly done, no call. Brody Power behind his own net as he's going to pass it over to the open wing for Michael Guerrera. Brody Power with it again as he's going to take that back up to the far boards for Vazhankin. Vazhankin and Butcher, who would you rather have up there? As that's going to go off the stick and very much so out of play. Face-off coming up here with 8:21 left to go in the second period.
That's a lot of hockey player, Vadim Mestakis and Ben Butcher. When you look at Ben Butcher, he's a guy that he isn't the most fluid skater, but he gets the job done. He takes long strides, and he's gotten better each game he's played here for Buffalo State. And Vadim Mestakis is very raw, but he has a lot of talent.
And talent is exactly what I'm watching here as Plattsburgh now returns to full strength. As that puck will be taken shot over the top of the net, and Buffalo State has killed off and has scored 2 shorthanded goals in this game as they are now back to 5-on-5 hockey. As Fournier cannot come away with it, Lawson will take control, back for Bowe. Back over to Logan. Logan coming through neutral ice now with a burst of speed. He tries to chip that puck out, but that does not go far. Taken away by Marcus Michalski in front of Ian Silves. Michalski, that puck goes off a weird spot on the door there, and that'll be kept in, and eventually will be taken away by Zach Stainer. Stainer lays into his check at the blue line, and both men will get up unscathed.
Yeah, they both went down there. I don't know who delivered the hit.
As this is going to be Doust who's going to come in over the line. He tries to get that puck out in front. Petit, if he can, no! As Colin O'Connor is going to come back now as he is going to take control. Anthony Pissarro back to Colin O'Connor and over the neutral ice. Colin O'Connor will bring it in looking for the trailer. Backhanded drop back pass that goes over the stick of Petit. And an excellently defensive play, but a penalty will be coming up here to Hugo Petit, and he is not a fan of that call.
I kind of expected the penalty to be called as soon as it happened, and Petit now has some choice words for the Plattsburgh player there that he tripped up. Looks like number 17 for Plattsburgh, that is Batis.
Well, at this point, whether it's a dive or not, if you're Plattsburgh, you're looking for some sort of an offensive play here.
Again, you can tell the last few minutes it's starting to get a little chippy out there, and that's what happens when it's a rout, 5-0. 7 minutes remaining in the period.
And that puck's going to go off into the corner. That's going to be Brody Power who will take control with it, as he's going to saucer that puck all the way down to the Plattsburgh zone with 6:40 left to go here in the opening period. I beg your pardon, the second period. Opening period, we had a lovely time with that.
We have a lovely time every period.
Of course. As Deswaier comes in over the line, offside will be called here.
Well, 6:29 here remaining in the second period. Buffalo State, again, they like killing off penalties. They have 2 shorthanded goals so far. As we got Lars Lewis off to our side here. Supervisor here at the ice arena. He's the Zamboni driver. He's the boss.
Lawson on point. Lawson's going to take control of this here with 1:26 left to go here in the man advantage. Lawson avoids one check. As they all go piling into the open far wing. Finally, Valente on the point. Valente looking for the open trailer. He finally finds it, but does not shoot. As Egan gets a little bit too eager. That shot's going to go rebound, and a big paw, no pun intended, of Ian Silves will cover this puck.
Great play by Silves. Just fantastic rebound control. And Silves, he's been kind of overshadowed here by the rest of Buffalo State's performance so far in this game, up 5-0, but he's been very sharp in that. He's following the puck really well, and he's controlling all of his rebounds.
As Marcus Michalski is going to take control of this puck here. And finally it'll be brought back up to the point. That's going to be taken away now by Vazhankin. Vazhankin with a burst of speed. I beg your pardon, that is not Vazhankin. Who is that? Oh, I'm sorry, that's John Colley.
Both pretty tall guys.
As Sloan tries to bring it in over the line, he does so successfully. As Leninger to the open wing. Fournier back to Lindquist. Lindquist over to Sloan. Sloan back in over the line. It's going to be left there for Lingier. To Sloan. Lindquist back to Sloan on the near corner. And finally that comes over the line. That did not work as that puck is very jumpy right now. Brody Power meets Sloan in the near boards. They'll go after it. And finally that'll be clear to go all the way around. And Zach Niemann with a burst of speed on Fourier. But Lindquist is there to take control. Lindquist coming in over neutral ice. Still going over the line with a backhand shot that goes over to the near wing. Vadim Vazhankin using his size and power in there. He can finally get it away, but he gets intercepted by the Plattsburgh Cardinals. Nayer will come away with it now, as that is Ben Butcher who will intercept. That's going to go off the stick and wide. Left back there for Middleton. Middleton of the Plattsburgh Cardinals will come all the way through. That'll be intercepted by Zach Reimers, and Ben Butcher away with it now and over the line. Butcher the top of the circle with the shot. That's going to go off the pad and wide. Lingier over to Reimers. Kept in by Butcher. It's going to whiff his shot. And the goaltender for the Plattsburgh Cardinals will cover up.
Ben Butcher throwing his weight around there, something he's not shy to do. But again, that's another turnover by Plattsburgh there in the neutral zone, and that has been just a killer for them tonight here in this game at the Buffalo State Ice Arena, down 5-0. I mean, you can't help yourself. I mean, turnovers are an easy way to lose hockey games, and Buffalo State has had a few odd man rushes so far, more than Plattsburgh would want, obviously.
As this face-off now will be taken out by the Cardinals, and eventually it'll come to neutral ice. But that is as far as it'll go, as that will be Douse who's going to dump that in, and the goaltender, Powita, will take control.
Buffalo State last weekend, during the Thanksgiving holiday, played a series down by Washington, D.C. Against Stevenson, and they won one, lost one, a big one, 9-3, but up here a week later, the final homestand of the semester, and things could not be going any better so far, 5-0.
And Zach Stainer, he tries to get that puck away with it now, and there is Zach Simons coming in for relief. Over to Melafante. He gets beautifully checked off that puck by Simons. Deswayé against Reimers, and that'll be taken away by the Bengals. That goes around, but it is kept in there on the pressure from the Cardinals. That puck does not go through the net, and Simons will come away with it. Simons. No, they're going to say that was not a high stick. As Schultz back now for the Plattsburgh Cardinals. McCartney into the near wing. McCartney into the open corner. That puck does not go around. Finally, Michael Guerrero will do so. Brody Power will try to take his puck in, and he will just dump it in while his team goes in for the charge. As Douse will wind up the tip. Where's the puck? It's out in front. As Guerrero will take it back with Brody Power inside of their own zone. Pass out in front for Butcher. The shot. Oh, it goes over the top of the net as Butcher could not connect.
Butcher definitely should have shot the puck. No deke there. But again, Plattsburgh caught on the line change.
As Butcher, even though he missed that one, he just fed Zach Reimers, who could not connect. And Middleton will try to get this puck out as he will dump that puck up to McCartney. Egan will leave that puck back there for Valente over to Lindquist. Lindquist on the near boards looking for the trailer. Lindquist is going to take that all the way back to the far corner for Valente as he waits for his team to get set up to make a charge. 2:16 remaining going here in the second period. 5-0 in favor of the Buffalo State Bengals. Backhanded shot, beautifully blocked there by Marcus Mahalski, and away with it now will come the Bengals. Reed Bibb with Connor Zach. Bibb in over the line. He's going to go off into the corner. Reed Bibb on the far wing. He's looking for the chance to get that puck loose. The referees give them a bunch of warnings to clear it. They finally do, but no, it is still stuck there on the point. Connor Zach will keep it in. Zach is just going to take that shot wide purposefully as that puck will come dislodged, and a play will be called here.
well, just about 100 seconds remaining here in the second period, 5-0 Buffalo State. You know, if you're Plattsburgh here going into the final going to the final 100 minutes here, or 100 seconds, of the second period, and going to the third period, it's not, I mean, we've seen crazier things happen, and they come back from a 5-0 deficit in the hockey game, but I think more than not, you just have got to end on a good note. Don't have the entire game be just just a complete tire fire,
As Simons is going to take that puck on the point, back over to Passero. Passero is going to dump that puck into the far wing. That's going to be left back there for Hugo Petit. Anthony Passero against Liniger. Back to Fournier. And Lawson's going to come in over the line. He's going to try to make something happen, and Silves is going to poke chuck that puck all the way over to the near corner. And again, that puck will go off on a weird angle. As Hugo Petit now, he's going to get that puck with a 2-on-1 here from Wood. 9 and 10, Wood and Passero with the rebound. Rebound is shot again. And Hugo Petit could not work as the 9 and 10 pairing of Anthony Passero and Wood were there for the kill. And even when they couldn't execute, there was Hugo Petit waiting for the sloppy seconds.
Any goal is a good goal here in the game of hockey. So you get a sharp breakaway, fire it, top glove side is great, or just a scrappy rebound goal trying to pick up on a shot from one of your teammates. They both count the same on the scoreboard.
With less than a minute to go here in the second period, we are going to get a quick word here with Kyle and Coach Murph after this period, as Vadim Vejankin will go in against Middleton, and looks like Middleton's going to end up winning the better of the two. Lindquist now will come out with a burst of speed. I beg your pardon, that is Schultz. Logan, who will come in over the line. Logan looking for the trailer. Backhand shot. Sills did not know where that puck went. And Reed Bibb will come out with a 3-on-2 opportunity here. Reed Bibb over the line. That goes off a stick in the slot. Winds up the shot, the rebound. Backhand, they score!
I think that's going to be Nieminen.
Is that the Hattie? I don't see the hats. Where are they?
Well, the referee waved off the initial shot that we thought that I'm pretty sure went in the top of the net, even though the ref waved it off.
There they go. It looks like the score is going to go to Zach Nieminen.
We'll see if it stays to Nieminen. I thought the original shot went in, but Nieminen was there to put in the rebound.
As that will be the hat trick if he gets credited with this goal.
And Lars has to go get the hats. Everybody get your phones out.
Everyone get your phones out, as I'm sure he's going to be doing some quick work here as he's going to get this crowd riled up in a second. As let's see what he does here with these hats, if he does anything at all. There it is. There's getting this team riled up here, and Coach Murph is going to be loving this. Oh, you got to love it when Lars gets involved into a game, folks.
Lars makes his way around the ice arena very quickly. He was just talking to Frank up here, and then like a good 20 seconds later, he's out collecting the hats. I mean, the guy's a magician.
Lindquist now is going to take that puck all the way back into his own zone. Lindquist up along the wing for Batis. Batis is going to take it in over neutral ice. Batis with a burst of speed coming in over the line. He's going to drop that puck back for Logan. Over to Deswaier, back down to the point for Lindquist. He's going to try to keep that puck in. He will do so. Silves will try to slow it down, and Brody Powell will go in after it. 5 seconds remaining here in the second period. This Buffalo State team is just going to slow it down. And I'll tell you what, this will wrap up the second period, but my word, what a game it has been. 6-0 in favor of the Bengals.
2 goals in the first period, 4 in the second.
2 of them shorthanded.
2 of them shorthanded. 1 power play goal.
And we are going to take it down here to Kyle with Coach Murph for a quick second period wrap-up.
Coach, it's been a good game so far through the first and second period. Has there been anything that you want to see more of or see less of?
No, I think we're playing great. We're working. That's you know what? Like, it's the biggest difference from what we did last Friday at Stevenson, and then we worked Saturday. We're working hard tonight, and they're getting rewarded from it. So more of this, but we just got to keep playing the right way. That's my biggest concern. We can't treat this like point night. Keep playing the right way, and it'll be great.
Thanks, Coach.
I could have said it better myself, to be honest with you. I just hear Coach Murphy laugh.
We've impressed them. Like, we've actually impressed Coach Steve Murphy. He actually loves the way his team's playing.
I know. I'm loving every minute of this.
That's amazing.
But you know what? On that positive note, on the laughter of Coach Murphy, we're going to leave you here for the second intermission with about 15 minutes left to go in the second period. As I can tell, Chris is already done for this point. So for all of us here at the Dennis Arena, give us about 10 more minutes and we'll catch you back here for the third period. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is 91.3 FM WBNY Buffalo Sports Network. Brought to you by the College Student Activity Fee. Alongside us, BSC TV. We are very pleased to welcome you back to this third period. 6-0. Chris, holy smokes, what's going on here today?
Well, so far it's a perfect game, I think, if you're Buffalo State so far. I mean, head coach Steve Murphy even said after the period, as our Kyle Fallon talked with him, that he's loved everything about the game and he thinks that they should continue playing the way they are. And again, don't let up. You know, don't treat the third period as kind of just going through the motions. We can do whatever we want. Keep up what you're doing because that's going to lead into the next game tomorrow.
As we are underway here in this third period, as Schultz is going to come in over the line, he's going to take that puck all the way into the Buffalo State zone. Schultz is going to go off the leg, and Zach Reimers will keep it through. Reimers is going to be knocked off his check there from Middleton. Middleton inside of his own zone. He tries to chip it off the boards, cannot do so. That goes around, but not out as Brody Power keeps that puck in. He does it again. Middleton in the near corner. Middleton over to Nair. As they bring it in over the line, that goes off the blocker. Excellently job done as Nair could not get a piece of it. As Stainer overskates that puck. Zach Reimers, he comes in over the line. He puts on the brace, waiting for the trailer to come in and give him a hand. Egan, he'll chip that puck out, left for Colin O'Connor. O'Connor, he's going to take that puck right back into his own zone. Excellent defensive play done there by Mac Wood. As Hugo Petit will come in over the line. He cannot control it. As that puck will be taken in by McIntyre, as that is just going to go right behind the zone net, and that'll be Colin O'Connor who will take control. Sam Maddox, the rookie, who has had a very impressive year thus far. As sticks are flying everywhere. Pass out in front, and Ian Silves with the paw. Gobbles it up, and a face-off coming up here. Boy, has he been sharp.
Yes, he has. That's a great glove save. Early on, too. I mean, coming out of the second intermission, I mean, that'd be a perfect time to capitalize if you're Plattsburgh and Silves. But obviously, that 15-minute break didn't do anything to Silves, just as sharp as he was the first two periods.
As Zach Nieminen is going to come away with it now, he's going to take it inside of the open wing. Nieminen puts on the brace, looking for the trailer. He gets his bucket checked. And Leninger is going to take that puck around, but not out. It is still being kept in there by the Bengals. Vezhankin playing happy feet, a little foot loose down there along the far boards. And finally that puck will just be notched out away, and Connor Zach will come away with it. That puck's going to go right on the goaltender, off the skate of Vezhankin. He really came clutch in there for his goaltender, and a penalty coming up here for Plattsburgh.
Well, we get right back to the old penalty brigade here as we will get another man advantage.
As Lawson will go.
That's Liam Lawson, the freshman forward from Vancouver, British Columbia. One career goal in the Suniac.
As Vadim Vezhankin, he will come in as he will take on Sloan for this offensive face-off. Power play coming up here for the Bengals. Schultz is going to fire that puck all the way down. That's going to make it right back on Ian Silves. He challenges the offensive defender as he is trying to direct traffic out of his own zone. Bibb and Sloan will have a meeting of the minds on the far corner. And away with it now will come Zach Nieminen, who's got 3 goals on the night. Nieminen cuts in front. As Zach Nieminen now off on the point to Reed Bibb. Bibb over to Vezhankin in the near corner. Back over to Reed Bibb. Bibb. He's going to deflect that puck, and eventually that'll be taken away now by Plattsburgh as they will go off on a quick change here as Michael Anthony Guerrero will come in over the line. Guerrero tries to get out in front. Hugo Petit lines up, and it's beautifully blocked there by Batis. Hugo Petit once again looking for the trailer. He finds Reed Bibb on the open wing. Hugo Petit as he's waiting for his team to get set up. Zach Reimers now. Back over to Hugo Petit. He gets dropped down by Middleton. Schultz, he tries to clear it out, but Bibb will block it and keep it in. Out in front, that's going to go off the leg pad of Hugo Petit once again, and Ben Butcher now away with it. And finally, that puck is going to go up in the air around, but not out, as all teams are hacking away with it. And everyone seems to be losing their stick. Out in front, and Bibb does not shoot. Back to Guerrero, the wind-up blast that goes over the top of the net. And Ben Butcher over to Michael Guerrero. Rebound, oh my word! What a defensive save by Middleton. Brody Power, he winds up, he does not shoot. Back over to Butcher. Back for Simons. Over to Power, I beg your pardon, that's still Guerrero. He shoots, rebound, they score! I'm not entirely sure if that was deflected or not, but as of right now, Mac Wood gets the credit for the goal. 7-0 Bengals. Third period, 15:51 left to go, and I can tell you right now, you just pack up your bags and go, because this team's running away with this.
Well, no, because then you wouldn't hear us do the broadcast. So you got to stay. And
figuratively speaking.
You got to stay for the game. But we'll see if Mac Wood stays credited with that goal. That's up to the guys down there in the scoring booth, Jeff Ventura, the associate athletic director.
As Stainer will go over it as he tries to shake off a check, and he does so indeed beautifully. And another penalty coming up here to Plattsburgh.
That was an obvious one. Holding, interference, whatever you want to call it, it's going to be a penalty.
A little bit of history here, Chris. I just found out from the father of Connor Zach that Connor Zach and the goaltender for Plattsburgh went to the same high school together. They played a couple of years together back over at Sweet Home until
my alma mater.
Right, until Poweta went off and played for the Cyclones for a couple of years, and then he got selected over by Plattsburgh.
That's pretty incredible.
So some old teammates here having a little bit of a reunion.
Always good to stick up for the Sweet Home Panthers.
As Simons is going to take that puck along the point for Sam Maddox. Back over to the point for Simons. Back over to Butcher. Butcher on the off angle. That's going to go just wide. Simons back to Maddox. Over to Simons again. Simons is going to slow things down and wait for his team to get it in a proper formation. He's going to leave that puck there for Mac Wood. Simons, he's going to bring it through neutral ice. He's going to go into the open wing. Back drop back pass for Ben Butcher. He will do so successfully. Backhanded pass over to the near corner. It'll be Hugo Petit who will take control. As they say hello to the EMTs on the glass, that's going to go off the blocker of Poweta and over into the open far wing. Mac Wood with it once again as he gets checked, and it's left back there for Ben Butcher. Ben Butcher over to Simons. Simons does not shoot. Back to Butcher. Butcher on the Simons for the one-timer, and that goes just wide. That puck's going to go all the way around, and eventually it will creep its way out as Butcher cannot get a good piece of stick on it, and Ian Sills will take control. Simons once again will take it behind his own net. It's left back there for Zach Nieminen, who honestly has been probably the best player on this team today. Well, actually, no, I can't say that. This whole team has been a very
Everybody's
played well. I can't even say that. I'm sorry. Vadim Vazhankin will keep it in on the near wing. Looking for the trailer for a little bit of backup assistance, and Zach Nieminen will come bulldozing in there to lay on some assistance. And that puck will eventually make its way free as the referee did not blow the whistle. And a 2-on-1 coming up here. That's going to be Malafante in over the line. He cannot get control of it as that jumps over the stick of Lawson. Malafante back in over behind the Buffalo State zone. Pass out in front, goes off the side of the net into the open wing. Reed Bibb for Zach Reimers. He's going to take it through neutral ice. Zach Reimers in over the line. Reimers looking for the trailer, puts on the brakes. He gets checked off the puck there by Schultz. That puck's going to go all the way over to the far wing. And Deswayé against Michael Anthony Guerrero. Who's going to win this one? Deswayé puts on the brakes, looking for the open winger. He whiffs on that shot. Ian Schultz is there to cover up. And a face-off coming up here with 13:05 remaining here in this third period. 7-0 in favor of the Bengals.
I don't think that the Plattsburgh player that passed the puck intended it to go into the slot there, but it ended up right in front of the crease in front of Sills, and he made a nice save. Speaking of alumni or connections, we talked about the connections with Sweet Home. Sweet Home's right down the road from WZR, the main sports station, and Howard Simon of the morning show. is here at his alma mater, Buffalo State, cheering on the Bengals.
And what an honor it is to have an alumni like that come back to these halls to see where it all started for him.
We both, Dan, you and I both, we both interned at WGR. I did the morning show. You did afternoon, right?
Yep.
So we obviously know Howard Simon well. Anybody that listens to sports radio here in Buffalo knows Howard well. So always nice to see him back. He picked the right game to go to. The Sabres are losing 4-0. And Buffalo State is up 7-0 here in the game against Plattsburgh. So Howard looks like he's enjoying himself over there in his sweater and his dad's shoes. One of the nicest guys in the business, though.
As we are ready for the face-off here.
Player be throwing out. Ben Butcher now will come in and take the draw here against the Plattsburgh forward.
As that puck's going to be intercepted now, it's going to go all the way around. And Batis will keep it in. DeWaye cannot control it. As Connor Zach will come away with it now. Sam Maddox and John Cowley into the near corner. That's going to go off of Sam Maddox, and over now he will come out for neutral ice. That puck's going to go all the way back down inside of the Buffalo State zone as DeWaye is on Simons. Over to Connor Zach. And eventually that'll be taken away now by Lindquist. Up to Stallard. Stallard, he gets checked. And that puck beautifully done there by Ian Sills. Face-off coming up here.
Nice save there again by Sills as he saw him through the traffic. And again, that's a sign that the goaltender's on his game. Seeing pucks through traffic, following the puck well, side to side, controlling your rebound. Sills has been on top of his game tonight. And right now, if you're Buffalo State, you want to preserve the shutout.
As Lindquist is going to go all the way back inside of his own zone as he is tracked down there by Zach Stainer. Lindquist is going to come in through neutral ice. As that's going to be gloved down by Silves, and he's going to slow that puck down. O'Connor is going to chip that puck up to the open wing. That's going to be Hugo Petit now waiting for the trailer. Hugo Petit with a nice little toe drag, but that does not go through. Middleton for Plattsburgh. He's going to try to dump that puck out in front, but that does not go through as that's going to go off the stick of Michael Guerrera. As Brody Power for Stainer. That puck will be lifted all the way down to the Plattsburgh zone, and Middleton will be back there to regroup. 11 minutes left to go here in this third period.
It's hard not to say Middlestad instead of Middleton.
I know. I thought it's been a couple times I've always said it myself.
Obviously the first-round pick this year of the Buffalo Sabres, playing in Minnesota.
Probably happy he's playing down there at this point.
Just somebody save us. Eichel can't do it by himself.
Middleton, once again, that's going to be right in over the line, and we're going to have an offsides call coming up here.
I was surprised it wasn't another penalty. I mean, might as well keep doing it. As we're going to have a draw here.
As that's going to be Logan who will take control of this puck here now as he's going to go over to the open wing. Taken away by Plattsburgh, and finally it'll be draw right bing by Rulinger. As Fournier is going to come all the way around to the side. Both teams hack away with it now as Connor Zach will take control. And my good friend Lars Lewis will be guest commentating with us here tonight for a couple minutes.
Hey guys, how you doing?
As Marcus Mahalski is going to take control of that puck over here, Connor Zach will be taking control. He'll leave that back there for Reed Bibb. And just as soon as Lars comes back, he is off, as I had Chris Baggs right back on the call with me.
We're working some stuff behind the scenes. We got a little surprise for the broadcast here in a minute. Might as well 7-0 hockey game. We can do whatever we want to.
Yeah, absolutely, at this point. As Ian Silves is going to come out and he's going to challenge, and Zach Reimers tries to get the puck out, but he cannot do so. As Melafante is going to come all the way around. That's going to be kept in there by Titanen. Brodera is going to go along the wing now for Plattsburgh. Out in front, they go just wide. Sloan, he's going to be checked back in there. Melafante is going to be taking it along with him. And both teams are going to be going away with it now as Zach Reimers is there, along with John Cowley and Colin O'Connor. That puck's going to go over to the open wing, and Simons is going to come along with it. Out in front for Reimers, all along, backhand. Oh, he gets checked. And a penalty coming up here to Plattsburgh. And it's just going to be for a tripping call here. Penalty coming up.
Well, we got another penalty. Keeping the theme going of the game as we will see another man advantage here coming up against the Plattsburgh Cardinals. But here we got a special guest, Dan, as I will hand it over to you, is we got Buffalo State alumni and current Morning Show host with Jeremy White and WGR, Howard Simon, as he will say a few words with us.
Well, Howard Simon, how you doing? It is a pleasure.
My pleasure. How you guys doing?
Not bad. I remember I gave you a call a couple of months ago about how to do all this, and I've really taken your advice, and I've been doing it ever since, as you can tell from this point.
Well, I hope you're doing better than what I told you.
So far, so good.
All right, good. Then don't listen to my advice.
I can tell you one thing, though. It's always an honor to have an alumni who's been in our shoes come back here and do this. So for you to be back and coming on here for a special guest has been a great honor for us.
That's a joy. Thanks for having me. Honestly, this is great. I loved my time at Buff State. Loved being at the radio station. It's great to see you guys are getting all the experience doing all these games.
And I'll tell you what, the best part about all this is just being able to call you. You picked the right game to come to. I mean, 7-0, you can't really complain here.
The problem is I'm friends with the parents of the Plattsburgh goalies.
Well, that's okay. We won't drop any names. Zach Nieminen is going to come in over the line. He's going to make a drop back pass. That's going to be left for Michael Guerrero up to Nieminen. Nieminen on the open wing for Vajankin. Back along to the point for Guerrero. That hops over his stick. He's going to take that saucer pass right back to Vajankin. Backhanded to Bibb. Bibb winds up. He does not shoot. Back to over to Nieminen. Back along the point to Guerrero. Back to Reed Bibb once again. To Nieminen. Looking for his fourth of the night. He does not get it. And finally, that'll be taken away now, and that is going to be Logan of Plattsburgh who will come in over the line. Logan is going to drop back that pass. That's going to go nowhere. It'll be intercepted by the Bengals. The rookie Maddoxon over the line. The shot that goes off the blocker and over to the side. Reed Bibb, as he's just going to ice that puck, or I beg your pardon, he's going to freeze it. And that's going to be left back there for Bo. Bo hits his own counterpart in Lawson. That's not going to leave the zone. Bo is going to regain possession once again. Now he's going to get it all the way over. And he is going to kill off this penalty as there are 30 seconds left to go in the man advantage for the Buffalo State Bengals. And finally, it's going to be Mac Wood now, who has got one of the goals here for the Bengals. Is going to come through with a burst of speed in over the line to the top of the circle. Breed with a shot. That's going to go over the top of the net. That is going to be kept in, but not quite much here. That's going to be Ian Sills with a, oh my word, he comes way out of the net. And I tell you what, the courage that Ian Sills just showed there is he thought he had shades of Dominic Hasek in him as he came way out to the hash marks. Ben Butcher to the open wing. He's going to drop back that pass right back over to Simons. As Mac Wood's going to slow things down as he waits for his team to regroup. Ben Butcher, as he's going to play a little bit of a happy feet dance over there with Lindquist, and that's going to be taken away now by the Plattsburgh defense. And that'll be Sloan who will take away with it now. Sloan comes in over the line. He gets his pocket picked. Mahalski into the corner. That's going to be taken away right now by Tietinen. And Melafante is trying to give him some help out there, and that's not really working for him. And eventually it'll be Zach Stainer who will come away with it now. Possible 3-on-2 opportunity here. Dallas is going to dump that puck into the near wing. Stainer and Cowley will try to do what they can to get this puck going. As all members of both Plattsburgh and Buffalo State are into this far corner. I beg your pardon, it's the near corner. And the referee trying to tell him to get it looser. He's going to blow this whistle. He's being very generous in the time right now. And yet, we still have play call here. As Howard is showing his displeasure right next to me over here.
Seriously, right? Blow the whistle.
And finally, that puck will be free, and that goes out in front off the toe of Porwita. And a penalty coming up here to Colley, and that's going to be a 2-minute for cross-checking. Well, what a game you picked to come to. The heavy hitting, the scoring, everything. I mean, I know you're friends with the Plattsburgh goalie parents.
Well, I'm a Buff State guy, too.
There you go. You got to represent.
No, this is great for, historically speaking, Buffalo State versus Plattsburgh. This is probably...
SUNYAC division
rare
rivalry.
Occurrence that it's this big a margin, right?
I'll tell you what, though. I mean, I don't know about you. I don't know what the viewership was like when you did this, but have you ever seen an audience this big at a Buff State game?
It's a good crowd.
So this is a good crowd for us tonight.
I said that, Dan, when I came in. Well, okay, this is how old I am. They were a club team and they were playing at Holiday Twin Rinks in Cheektowaga. This arena wasn't here. I was in the old gym, not this.
Right.
Yeah, I'm really anxious. But no, this is great. It's nice to see the crowd out here. I wasn't sure what kind of support they get, and I was really happy to see it.
Yeah, no, it's been a great pleasure having you on here right now. You got to admire, even though this game has been a little bit of a physical counterpart here, every one of these players is smiling on this bench, and that's something that we didn't see the past couple of games because whatever the score may be, or penalties, or the officials, no matter what you do, you're never happy in this game. And as I stand corrected, there's actually going to be 2 penalties coming up here to Buffalo State, but that shouldn't be a problem because we've scored on 2 shorties already. But I could be wrong, like I usually am half the time, but that's okay. At least that's what my girlfriend tells me. As Porwita is going to keep that puck back behind the net for Valente, and Valente is going to take it outside of his own zone through neutral ice. That puck will be brought back up by Stallard. I beg your pardon, that's Lawson. As Mahalski into his own corner. Mahalski, one of the prime penalty killers here at this Buffalo State team. Back to the point for Valente. Over to Lawson. They're going to switch points. And that puck will be right back down for Valente. That puck's not going to go all the way through. Valente now on the point. Looking for the option. One-time shot, they score! Well, it is still 7-1. We can't complain. This has been a very great game, and I can tell you what, this game is a lot better than the Buffalo Sabres are doing right now.
I wasn't even checking on my phone. I didn't even want to know what was happening. How bad is it?
Well, this is how devoted we are fans over here. We got 2 mobile screens going on over here.
It's a night off. I tried not to subject myself to the horror of watching the Sabres these days.
I don't blame you.
This could be a miserable weekend. At least Buff State's winning.
Absolutely. That's what you got to like about this team so far is one man will get out of the box as Hugo Petit will serve for the next minute and 12 seconds. With 4:30 left to go here in this third period. And we give Chris Baggs much thanks for surrendering over the headset here to the legendary Howard Simon. All right, we'll keep you on. It's not every day we get to talk to an alumni here.
He's paying to go to school here and be on the air.
Right, but you're also WGR celebrity.
Yeah.
So I don't think Chris will mind in this case.
All right, well, thanks, Chris.
Put it this way, we've all interned with you at one point or another, so we're used to this.
I always try and keep an eye out for Buff State guys. Excuse me, Buffalo State guys.
Whatever.
I don't want to get yelled at.
By who?
Whoever I'm supposed to say Buffalo State for. Can I ask you a question while we're doing it?
Sure.
How's the basketball team shaping up?
Not bad. We had our co-part, Manny Rodriguez, covering those games over there, and they're starting out to a pretty good season.
Good.
As both members of this team are going to pinch along the side, that's going to be Lindquist. Not Henrik Lundqvist, he plays for the Rangers, but we have Lindquist here. As that puck's going to go right over the open slot, right in front of the hash marks. That does not go through. Lindquist finally will track it down as that puck is batted out of midair. No high sticky nose, he missed the shot. And that is going to be Leninger who's going to come all the way through with it now. Up to Simon. Simon's going to clear that puck all the way to neutral ice. That'll be Fournier who's going to take control of this puck now as he'll get that puck up along the wing. Lindquist in over the line for Sloan. An offside call there, and I was going to say he tiptoed just a wee bit over the line.
So how do the Bengals stack up in the SUNYAC this year?
We're pretty high up in the division. I know that we lacked last year. We missed 2 guys in Mike De La Verne and Zach Price, who Mike De La Verne actually was signed to the ECHL. We were one of the top teams in the country, actually. We were ranked 12 last year. It's 2 voids that had to be filled, but we have a lot of rookies on this team right now that have really come up and stepped up. Actually, our center here, Sam Maddox, is a freshman. He's really come out and performed. Connor Zach on defense, filling in some of the voids for the players that have lost last year. Just this all-around team. Coach Murph knows what he's doing on this bench by far, without question.
I'm biased. Connor Zach's a good player. He played with my son in high school. So
yeah, no, he's
here.
He's shaped up to be a very good defenseman, and we're having fun calling him. It was funny that you mentioned that because he had number 20 for the first couple of games because his jersey was wrong.
Yep.
And I'm scrambling, looking through my paperwork, going, wait a minute, we don't have a 20. Who is this? And then finally, his parents, who were sitting right in front of us, come up and go, yeah, his jersey got screwed up, so he's coming back. Oh, okay, I see. So
always good to have the parents point out the names of guys.
As you were asking, the Buffalo State Bengals team is playing Potsdam right now, another SUNYAC division, and we are up 64-52 right now.
Always love being Potsdam.
So we play them tomorrow night here at 7 o'clock, so that's going to be 2 division rivalries here. But if you're liking what you see here so far, stay tuned in tomorrow. As Plattsburgh, that's going to be Schultz who's going to take it in over the line. That's not going to go all the way out, as Sam Maddox will keep it in. Middleton for Plattsburgh in behind his own net. And that's going to be Lawson who tries to make something happen here. Malafante can't get it out, and finally it will be brought back down by Middleton into neutral ice. Middleton will take it himself. He'll just chip that puck in and go off on a change. Connor Zach behind the Buffalo State net. He'll backhand that pass over to Simons. Looking for the open wing. He finally finds it. That puck is intercepted there by by Deswanier. Gotta love some of these names, I tell you.
Hockey names.
I love it.
Could be worse. You could be doing tennis.
I'm good. As that'll be Bo who's going to take control of that for Plattsburgh. He's going to leave that over to neutral ice, and Simon's going to take control of this with 1:56 left to go here in the third period. Ben Butcher coming in over the line. Drop back pass to Reimers. He cannot go through. 7-1 in favor of your Bengals, as that is John Colley who will fan on his shot. Egan will come in over the line looking for the trailer. Puts on the brakes, looking for the backhanded trailer. He finds it. Back to Egan again along the far corner. Egan with it again over to the slot. That shot off the toe of Silves, and he has shown up to play, folks. Let me tell you, he's played absolutely superb. As O'Connor is going to go, he'll take off his check there. It's going to go off into the corner for Lindquist. Left back there by Stella. Left in front, Reimers shot. That goes over the top of the net. Petit, he does a golf swing. That goes over. Steller with it once again on the backhanded pass. That's going to go all the way to neutral ice, but Michael Anthony Guerrero is there to say no thank you. McCartney's going to dump that puck in on Ian Silves, who will glove it down and leave it back there for his compatriot defenseman. Connor Zach's going to leave that puck there for Zach Stainer. Up to the open wing for Hugo Petit. That puck will be cleared all the way back, and that'll be Guerrero once again, and we'll get that puck up to Doust. Doust is going to finish his open ice check. And that is Vellante who felt the blow of that hit. Hugo Petit will just dump that puck in all the way back into the Plattsburgh zone. Perwetta will take control of this. That's going to go off the skate. And it'll be Titanen who is going to take control. He fends on that pass. And that'll be poked right back into the Plattsburgh zone with 24 seconds left to go here in this third period. Ian Sills will track that puck down. He gives it up behind his own net. The rebounded shot that goes off a body and wide. Middleton, the slot out in front, they tried to get fancy, it does not work. Colin O'Connor's going to chip that up, that's going to go into the bench and out of play. Well, with 4 seconds left to go here in this third period, I'm going to keep you on the line here a little bit after the post game here. We're going to talk to Coach Murphy in a second.
Okay.
You got to enjoy this, well, at least I do. I mean, we're coming in here with a SUNYAC team. You just came off a 9-3 victory against Stevenson. They're a non-SUNYAC team. They come in, they win 9-3, they come back home with a beautiful turnout, I have to say. You know, between the crowd here, the alumni, it's absolutely remarkable, and they're going to come away with a 7-1 victory here. And the Lady Bengals, they're having a very memorable time here, and that's going to end it here in this third period. Very well played here, and a big win in the division for Buffalo State as they take down Plattsburgh 7-1, and an even bigger competition coming up tomorrow at 7 as they take on the Potsdam Bears. Anyway, that's fine. As we are going to come right back here with Kyle Fallon, we're going to get a couple words in here from Coach Murph, and we're going to take our fellow Buffalo State gentleman. We're going to have Zach Nieminen, as we call him Nemo. And Howard, once again, we thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure. Glad to help out.
Absolutely. I got to tell you, it's an absolute honor for all this. As Lars Lewis giving his salute to a very well-played game as he's got to go clean some ice.
He does everything. I know he did Zamboni, too.
Yep. And that's exactly where he's going at this point here, as they are going to do the ceremonial handshake at center ice for a very well-played game. Buffalo State has been on fire, and I'll tell you what, this looks a lot like the team that we saw last year. Just there's no give up in their game. You know, you can't win every single game, but they're playing well.
Well, for a young team,
those
you were telling me,
for the first couple of games, we were a little concerned as to how the freshmen were going to come in, but we've even talked to Coach Murphy, and he flat out told us that the freshmen are starting to step up. They're starting to be able to make plays, and that's what you want to see. You know, and you look at a team like this who, you know, you lose a star goaltender like that, it's not exactly easy to come out and have another guy come in there and just say, okay, this is my piece, let's go. But this is a team that is very well coached, that knows what they want to do, and you got to like every possible second of it. Just absolutely outstanding at this point. As we are going to wait for 1 second here, as Kyle is going to have Coach Murph here. As funny, as fast as these hockey players are, you figured they'd be quick at getting off the ice, but they just love this ice.
Enjoying the win.
Absolutely, and
no rush.
And rightfully so.